All right. All right. What's happening? What's happening, everybody? This your boy, Vinny Lamont. All right. Welcome to the very, very, very first episode of Flagrant Foul featuring myself and my good homeboy out in LA, my homeboy Dax. What's happening, man?
Can't complain, man. Just happy to, be doing this again with you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. We about to have some fun in here, talk some shit. Um, so everybody, just letting y'all know what kind of show this is. It's a pretty much raw and uncut take on the sports world. You know, you have your Skip Baylesses, Stephen A. Smiths, and Shannon Sharps, Max Kellermans. We just having our take on it, but we aren't pretty much controlled by Mickey Mouse and the dude. What's the name of the guy that owned Fox? What's his name?
Murdoch.
Murdoch, yeah.
He got a documentary coming out.
Oh, he do? Ain't he a pedophile or something?
I mean, they all are probably.
But anyhow, we aren't your traditional sports talk show. We talk shit. We real. We give our real opinions. So, y'all gonna be entertained, enlightened. You're gonna want to debate us, which y'all can. Make sure y'all follow our social media, which is, tell them, Dax.
Flagrant Foul TV on Instagram, Flagrant Foul TV on Twitter, and just search Flagrant Foul on Facebook, and you should be able to find us. FlagrantFoulTV.com, which just takes you to this stream right here.
For sure. So if y'all don't like our opinions, you got something good, something bad to say, we don't give a damn.
You can
Messages.
fade too.
Yeah. We do run phase. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. The first topic of today, the NBA All-Star Game is this weekend, March 7th, right here in the city that we're in. Well, I'm in right now, Atlanta, Georgia. The players initially didn't want to do this. They didn't want an All-Star Game. LeBron was pretty vocal about it. Giannis was pretty vocal about it. I remember De'Aaron Fox came out and said the whole idea was stupid. What's your opinion on having the All-Star Game, with us still being in a pandemic?
I don't understand 90% of the things that are happening in this country while we're in a pandemic. I think it's completely unacceptable that we're having. I don't even know if we should have a season right now. But let alone an All-Star game in a place like Atlanta where there doesn't seem to be, like if it was in LA, or maybe like San Diego or something where our COVID restrictions are a little more, realistic. Yeah. I think it might be a better idea. But a place like Atlanta, I know it's cracking out there because we've had the All-Star game out here in LA multiple times, and every time we had the All-Star game out here, it felt like I was in Atlanta. So I'm already knowing that the streets is packed. There's people out there and COVID spreading like a month.
Yeah, what I'm thinking, man, I totally agree with what you said, like about, I don't understand why we're having this All-Star game. I mean, I understand why.
Money.
Everything, it just all boils down to money. And it's kind of fucked up, man, that, our better judgment gets compromised by the dollar consistently. Cause God forbid, these dudes play and, or they have an All-Star break and these cats are now free to roam and go do whatever they want now. God forbid, hell, you have an outbreak in the locker room and then you got to shut the season down again. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit that can happen with doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think the NBA is being very, very greedy right now, and it's just kind of pointless to me to even have this All-Star game. Like, the season is bad enough, but I think with the job the NBA did with the bubble, I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt with handling the season because they did an excellent job with the bubble. It wasn't, aside from Lou Will coming down here to get some lemon pepper wings from Magic City And what's my man that played for the Rockets? He tried to sneak some pussy into the hotel room. Oh boy, he was actually killing us too with the Rockets. He was lighting the Lakers' ass up.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but he tried to sneak a nurse or something into his room. You know, I guess he needed some pussy real bad, boy. But you know what I'm saying? Like I just get it. It's just a money grab, man, and it just amazes me how money corrupts our moral integrity a lot of the times and leads us to the wrong decisions. So, with that being said, man, what are your thoughts about like Atlanta even hosting the All-Star game?
Okay, that you walked me right into my question. So I was
Sure.
going to ask, what is the attendance looking like? Is the stadium gonna be full? Are they gonna be social distancing? How's that working? Is it empty?
From what I understand, they're going to be doing social distancing. They're going to have people come into the arena, but I think it's more so like family and sponsorship. Oh, no. I'm sorry. They're going to have like, you know how the NBA and these sports are kissing black people ass right now. So they gonna have like the HBCUs and all of that goofy shit. Just you know, the spectacle shit that you know they kissing black people ass anyway. That's all they gonna do. Have HBCU there, whatever.
I mean, I have a problem. You know, I don't know if I want to get into this because you know I want to be PC, but then it's hard for me to be.
No. This is what the fuck we do. It's flagrant foul, nigga. It ain't.
I think these players are pussy. I think most people are pussy because to me. It's like, you know, they always fight to a certain extent and then they stop. It's like they fight, like it's almost like they do it for show. It's like you say all the right things, you get people riled up, and it's like, all right, these guys are really fighting for the right thing, and then the NBA comes in and says some shit and then they all cave. It's just like and this happened. I think this happened so much, especially in during the pandemic. I mean, from states to government to basketball players, and it's just. It's these guys are pussy, man, and it's like if you don't want to do it, then don't do it, you know. And if all of them just said we're not gonna do the All-Star game, then what is the NBA gonna do? Fire them? No, of course not. You're
exactly.
not. You can't.
Look
at this lineup. You can't fire any of these. You couldn't do anything about it except fine these guys. You know.
I totally get what you're saying. I think from their standpoint, it's more so they sign contracts. Legally, you know, these entities and these corporations have them by the balls. You know what I'm saying? If they violate, I mean, for me and you know, being average. Not saying we're.
Well, so what's gonna happen to LeBron James if he says no? I refuse to come to the All-Star game.
Yeah, I mean,
what are they gonna do to LeBron except fine him?
Yeah. Of course they'll fold. You know, if your main All-Star isn't gonna show up. You're right. They do have power, but what I think these players fear more is, and I'm gonna just be real. I think they are really afraid of upsetting white people. I was
gonna say that they're afraid of the white man.
That's when I just look at how they maneuver. They move too safe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't really. Whenever they do stand up and do something, I'm always hesitant in supporting them because they always kind of tend to walk it back. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was kind of saying.
Yeah, I'm really hesitant in supporting athletes. I respect them. I love their craft. I love watching what they do. But to me, they don't stand tall when they need to stand tall. And I understand why. Because, I mean, just the reality of the situation is these white folks really hold their future. Now, we'll get into that part later because I think that ties into our conversation in the B block. But I'm just going to keep it with the All-Star game right now. I want to say, as far as like the All-Star game being held in Atlanta, this is a horrible idea, a very horrible idea for any kind of major event like this to be held in this particular city because this city is going through a crime wave right now. Just this past weekend.
Every city is going through a crime wave right now. Every city.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, yeah, I know. L.A. the hoods is turned up right now. I already know.
It's not even. I'm talking about people getting killed in Beverly Hills out here.
Yeah, no, I seen that. But out here, since we're open, it's a lot of out of towners coming out here, and And on top of that, the pandemic is economic deprivation. It's all of these entities that's creating this crock pot of just insanity. And just this past weekend, 12 people were shot in isolated incidents out here. It's constant. It's a crime wave happening.
You just invited me out here, man. Out there, man. Come on.
What?
You just invited me out there.
I mean, it ain't going down where I stay at. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's a crazy crime wave going on right now, and this is why I'm staying in the house this weekend. I have no desire to be out in the streets because I already know some bullshit is going to go down. When they had Labor Day, was it Memorial Day or Labor Day? One of those holidays, man. Niggas lost their damn minds out here. It was shootings every other day. It's just, I just know that the energy when I'm out in the streets of Atlanta right now is just a bad vibe and a bad energy out here. And I something like this is just going to bring all the wrong attention, and it's just going to be a clusterfuck, man. And I'm not looking forward to that. I don't want to see anybody be hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like we going through enough right now. We don't need extra bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I really do. I'm hoping for the best this weekend, but I'm expecting the worst when it comes to.
Yeah, let's hope that nothing. Let's hope that the worst thing that happens is that Team LeBron loses.
Yeah. Okay, so
let's hope that there's no big COVID, no big COVID spread. Let's hope nobody gets killed. Let's hope there's no fights. Let's hope nobody makes a fool of themselves. Let's hope that there is nothing on World Star Hip Hop on Monday to make us look bad as a community.
Absolutely. Let's put that positive energy out there. We're sending good vibes. So everybody that's watching and listening that plans on attending All-Star events, if you're going to have fun, just have fun, man. A beef ain't worth it. Let's get back home to our families, our loved ones. Let's make sure, we understand we just out here to have a good time and make the best out of the current situation we in. And we just want to enjoy ourselves this weekend. So just, if you're going to enjoy yourself, just enjoy yourself, man. The dude step on your foot, let it slide. The girl said, looking at you funny, she a fan. She think you the cutest thing in the world. Don't trip. Just be cool. Be cool.
Relax.
Just relax, motherfuckers. Okay, so now getting back into the All-Star game, actually the All-Star. Do you think that there was anybody snubbed from the All-Star team this year?
I have the list pulled up right now.
Go ahead.
And, you know what? I want to put the argument out there that I think LiAngelo Ball should have been an All-Star.
I don't think so.
I think, man, that guy is serious, man, and maybe not. Okay, maybe that's pushing it, but I don't know, man. There was no rookie game, right?
No, there's going to be a rookie game.
Oh, there's still a rookie game.
Yeah, which I don't understand that shit either. But
okay, then never mind. I thought there wasn't a rookie game.
No, they announced. I think they announced that today. It's gonna be the rookies versus the world or some shit like that. But they still gonna do that.
Okay, let me see. So I like that Julius Randle's in there.
Man,
I like that. I'm really I'm always happy for former Lakers. I love this Julius Randle and Jordan Clarkson out here killing it right now. It's great. Even Lonzo, I'm glad that he's starting to, put it together. As far as snubs, I don't see anything off the top of my head that I think would be there was somebody that I can't think of him right now, but you might say it and it might remind me. But what do you think?
To me, I think I'm glad they put him on the team, but Devin Booker, I thought that he should have been on the All-Star team.
Replacing AD, right?
Yeah, he's replacing AD. But I think only thing I don't have a problem with the All-Star team. Only thing I have a problem with is that Luka is starting over Dame.
Oh man, Luka might be Luka is serious, man.
He's serious. I'm gonna tell you, I didn't believe the hype, but I watched that game with him when they played Boston. Damn.
I think you have to look at I think. Well, number one, if Luka's starting, that means the fans voted for him, right?
Yeah, fans did.
So I don't even count that. I think that there's two things that I really hate about the All-Star game. I hate the Team LeBron and Team Durant. I hate the team thing. I hate that the players pick their.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Right?
I wish it go back to like East versus West.
I actually think that the NBA needs to go into a conference thing instead of a East-West thing.
It's
so lopsided. Now the East is getting a lot better.
Yeah, but it's still lopsided.
But it's still the standings are still the same.
Yeah.
You still have the number 14 under 500, which is crazy. But
right.
I don't know, man. Like I think Luka deserves to be a starter. But then on the flip side, this is fan voting. I'm completely against fan voting. I think it should be like maybe you have like a fan team. Yeah. So it's like, okay, here's the actual All-Star team.
Yeah.
But here's what the fans wanted. Voted.
Yeah, I agree. I hope they do switch it up soon. I mean, but I will say the NBA has the best All-Star game in all the sports.
I think All-Star games in general are falling off. I think the NBA All-Star weekend is bad. It's just so much better than the other ones.
Okay, let me toss this in real quick since you're saying it's bad. The slam dunk contest is a bunch of rookies and no names. I mean, why is it that the elite talent doesn't participate in the All-Star game? I mean, in the slam dunk contest anymore. I don't get it. Like, why isn't Zion in it? Why isn't like? Go ahead.
Zion, these guys. No, so number one, there's no more dunks that can be made. There's no creativity.
Bullshit. Have you seen the YouTube video of these dunks that these dudes be doing, like these street ballers? Man.
Yeah, but it's like it's number one. It goes back to money. It goes back to the teams. It's like if you're Zion, do you really want to risk getting injured going in the dunk contest?
How the fuck are you gonna get injured dunking, bro?
Man, it could be like a old boy in Above the Rim that flew off the building.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, it can happen,
Get the fuck out of here. Nah, man.
I don't know. Like to me, I don't think Zion. Number one, I don't like big men in the All Star. Like I thought Dwight Howard was terrible in it.
Yeah, he was.
Blake Griffin was cool. I think Blake Griffin was the last time the dunk contest was good, but I didn't like that either. I don't like big. I think that the dunk contest should be with guards and maybe small forwards. But I don't think power forwards I think it should be a height thing. It should be a height. If you're a certain height, then you should be a. But it's like imagine like Mark Gasol in the dunk.
Didn't Giannis do it? He did the dunk contest, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what? I don't even know if I watched the dunk contest last year. So it's not memorable.
Yeah, I don't even remember who did win it last year. Yeah, I think
I was at work. I think I was watching it at work, and I don't remember who won.
Yeah,
I think I know the guy that won the year before. See, it's get rid of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say get rid of it. I just think they need to give some incentives to the elite talent to participate, because I just remember as a kid, you know what I'm saying, the dunk contest was like the event, you know what I'm saying, when we was younger. Like I remember where I was watching Vince Carter, when he won the dunk contest. Me and my homie was at CC's Pizza, and everybody was just tuned into the TV watching Vince Carter. I remember when Kobe won it. I remember when Dominique and Michael Jordan was going back and forth, just how lit that was. When Isaiah Ryder won it, dunk contest holds a special place in my heart, man. Like
But think about all those memorable dunks you saw.
Yeah.
All those, like, oh my God, Michael Jordan kind of went from the free throw line. Oh shit, look what he did here. But I'll give you the perfect example of why. Okay, so you have to think of all those dope and amazing dunks you saw that blew you away.
Yeah.
All of those dunks are completely disqualified. You cannot use those dunks anymore.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's cool. Yeah, you got people on the street now. Maybe they should do the dunk contest with street ballers.
That's what a lot of people are saying. That they should incorporate that. But we'll move on to the next topic, man.
I have one thing I wanted to say.
Well, go for it, bro.
Corey Maggette. Do you remember when Corey Maggette was in a slam dunk contest and he did a front flip and then did a regular dunk? That's when I realized that the dunk contest is bull.
I don't remember that shit.
Like,
I gotta go. I'm gonna Google it though. I don't remember it, but I'm gonna Google that.
Because
shit.
it was trash.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid.
It's just like let's add some new things. Let's keep going with this. Build on the skills challenge. Let's do 2-on-2 games.
Yeah. I'm with that. Okay, so wrapping up the All-Star game. Who do you see the second half of the season, coming out as contenders and, challenging for the NBA title? Who do you see, making strides?
I don't see any team making – I think all the teams that we think are going to go are the teams that are going to go. But I do have 3 teams that I think will make the playoffs and maybe maybe pull a Denver or Utah like last year and surprise some people. I think the Hornets are going to make the playoffs.
I agree with that.
I think there's another one. I actually think Washington might be able to turn it around. I don't know if they've lost too many games where they're out of it, but I think they can turn it around still. Just because the East is so bad.
I
know that one is. I think Hornets for sure, but that one might maybe on the list. And I have one West Coast team, and it's not coming to me. Pelicans. I think the Pelicans will make the playoffs.
I think they should. They should. They're hitting in a stride.
I think the Hornets can surprise some people.
I think so too.
I think they can upset some people.
I think so too. I think they're a Blake Griffin away from being a true contender.
So you think they need a big man?
They just need a solid veteran. Like Gordon Hayward is cool.
What about if they got Drummond?
That would do it. Cause you got your big man and your little man Melo. Man, I'm really confident. I'm high on the Hornets. I think that give them 3 years, they gonna be a problem. Cause LaMelo is the real deal. But who I see, I'm in the NBA is no parity, so we already know what the finals is gonna be. It's gonna be the Lakers and it's gonna be the Nets. I don't see anybody beating those two, but I'm extremely concerned about the Nets. Huh?
I think people are sleeping on 76ers.
I don't think so. I don't trust Doc Rivers.
I forgot about Doc Rivers.
Doc is a great coach, but when it comes to getting over that hump, he just struck gold that one time because he had KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. But I don't. It's gonna fall. I hate it happens to Doc Rivers because I really like him as a coach, but the wheels are gonna come off the bus when it gets to the critic. The Bucks, I'm not even. All right, they gonna fall apart. Giannis should have just went to Miami. I'm not worried, but like I said, this is gonna be Brooklyn and LA.
I think Philly, because you got to remember that there's a lot of people out here on the trade block. You know, I've been reading the reports that Philly's interested in Lonzo. I think Lonzo might be that fit that can really push them over the edge. You got Oladipo. You got Bradley Beal might be traded. I wouldn't be surprised if Houston tries to push out John Wall again. You know.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of players that you got Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
You have a lot of players that may not be on the team they're on now in a month.
True.
And that could change everything. And I think teams like Philly, and teams like the Hornets are maybe not the right one player away, but the right trade away.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's gonna move along, man. One thing that's been really popping up in conversation across sports is the lack of diversity hires in the 3 major sports. I don't really think nobody really notices baseball. I mean, baseball, I don't really think that it appears as much as it does in the 2 other sports, football and basketball, because I think baseball doesn't really have the microscope on it like the other 2 sports do.
And do we know for certain that baseball? I mean, because Dodgers have a black.
Yeah, Dave Roberts. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not familiar enough with baseball as a whole.
Yeah.
Like I watch baseball, but I couldn't tell you the managers on teams.
Well, you got Dusty Baker for Houston. You got Dusty Baker for Houston, and I think I think that's about it. That's black skippers in Major League Baseball. You don't really have that many front office people in baseball that are black.
You're not really represented.
I mean, Derek Jeter in Miami he's part owner of the Miami Marlins. I mean, Magic is a part of the ownership with the Dodgers. But other than that, man, I think with baseball is just because it's not enough of us that are participating in baseball that it kind of is. Baseball is able to slip under the radar with that.
Before we get back to the conversation at hand, I do think that there's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and because there's a large representation of Africans in baseball.
Yeah, but they're Dominicans,
but not Americans.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
Like I think the best players are still of African descent, are still black.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I've always wanted to do, and maybe besides I'm starting an AAU team, which I think will go great with this show. But I can do something about my AAU team's garbageness. But I think that there needs to be programs that get black people back into baseball.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I couldn't play baseball when I was a kid because I wasn't allowed to go to the only park with a baseball diamond because it was too dangerous. So
Queen Anne.
Yeah, Queen Anne. I wasn't allowed to go to Queen Anne as a kid because of the gangs.
I feel you. I mean, and the crazy thing is I love baseball. Like, I had my kids in it last year, and, watching them play, it did kind of string up the memories of when I used to play baseball and everything. I forgot how fun of a sport it was. I really wish, most of us would. I don't really think, what baseball fails is they don't sell the personalities like the other sports do. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's baseball's LeBron? Where the best player in baseball is Mike Trout, and he plays on a sorry-ass Angels team that nobody really gives a shit about. The second best player is Mookie Betts, and unfortunately, people know of Mookie's not. If you bumped into Mookie Betts on the street, you wouldn't even know who the fuck he is. You know what I'm saying?
But I think his star, or at least here in Los Angeles, it's growing.
Of course, yeah, in L.A., but, I mean, outside of L.A., man, like, nobody knows who Mookie Betts is. Because baseball doesn't do a good job of marketing that. And the craziest thing in the world, man, is baseball used to have the fucking athletes, man. Think about it. Ken Griffey Jr., back in the day, bro, like, he was on par with Jordan, like, with shoe sales and all of that shit. Like, they relaunched the Ken Griffey Juniors, a couple of weeks ago.
I never got those shoes. But those shoes are so cool. I can see them in my head right now. They were like green and white.
Yep. They relaunched them. I was mad. They sold out of them. I wanted, and probably because that damn fuck boy that his mama worked at Nike. Did you see that shit?
Nah. Yeah.
This bitch ass motherfucker. His mom.
And I used to get hooked up with shit like that. Not like that, but
But that's still some hoe shit, man. Like, you sit
I
up
would have
here.
never sold. Like, if I would have tried to do something like that when my aunt was working at Nike and my parents found out, it would have been. I mean, because it's a respect thing. You don't do those kind of things.
Exactly. I mean, let's not get too far off topic, but
I did want to wrap up one thing with baseball.
Go ahead.
I think that it's good that baseball doesn't have these personalities, because it's like the cool thing about baseball is that there's a lot of money to be made at it. It's a lot of fun. Like, I'm very good at baseball. Never played it like organized, but I was always good at baseball. Mm-hmm. I think that you don't have these larger than life personalities and they just go out and play. I actually kind of like that, and I hate that I said that because now I feel like I sound like a right-wing person.
You sound like a purist.
But I kind of like that, you can just come in and play the game. They have fun, and there's not all the expectations, and they just go out and play.
I don't think so. I think in this age,
overtake.
I think in this age, man, these kids have such a short attention span, and everything is blown up. And
it's on parents though.
Huh?
Tell your kids how much a baseball player makes a year.
True. No, true enough. Like, trust me,
If I have kids, they're playing baseball.
Yeah, my youngest, when he's, I got some work to do with him, but you know when he gets of age, you know I'm gonna definitely have him in it. But
You ever thought about coaching?
I tried to last year. I tried to coach last year, man. I just couldn't deal with the parents.
Like, yeah, I didn't even think of that because I'm really thinking about starting an AAU team for basketball, but I didn't even think of that. And that
the parents is a whole different ball game, bro. But there's a lack of diversity in the three major sports. Let me get your take on that. What do you feel? Why? Well, I mean, as us coming from corporate America and working in corporate America, we've had our fair share of experience of, you know, being overlooked for projects and overlooked for things of that nature. You know, what do you?
Give a perfect example.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
So just with me, I think this isn't a sports problem. This is a problem with just in our country, and it's a problem with white supremacy. It's a problem against black people. Because, for example, I've been working in operations manager for 10 years, and I have a hell of a time getting a job in operations as an operations manager. You know, It's like I work my ass off. I've proved myself. I've done a lot for a lot of these companies, and for some reason, when I get to that certain level, I always hit that glass ceiling. And I think that, you know, the problem is that, you know, and I don't even think that people do it out of malice. It's like that person didn't. They probably didn't even think of hiring this guy, and it wasn't because he was black. It wasn't because they were discriminating. It's because their thought process is so fucking warped and off that it didn't even cross their mind. And then they don't recognize that what they're doing. And I think that happened to me in a lot of workplaces. I think that they just basically were like, yeah, you know, Dax, you know, he doesn't have the experience, but they're not really looking. They're not really paying attention, you know? And go ahead.
No, you go ahead, finish.
I don't know, man. I can't get mad at the NBA for looking past a qualified black coach when this is happening in every aspect of our lives for black people in every industry. This isn't a basketball issue. This is a much bigger issue that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, here's my take on it. I don't expect any white power structure to make concessions to black people and elevate them and give them power. Like, why, if you're in a position of power, I always try and think like them and put myself in their position and see what they're thinking. I'm like, why would I relinquish my power and give you more power? Because I know one day you're going to supersede me. I think that's what the issue lies. It's a fear of a level playing field. So you have to manipulate things and maneuver things to work in your favor, and it's so ingrained in them now, and it's so ingrained in their minds that they do it inadvertently. I don't think they're malice about it. In some cases, no, I will say in some cases they are malice about it. But I just think it's so ingrained in their brains that our way of doing things, they don't think that we're competent enough to do what they do. But here's
what I was saying, but you're saying it better.
But here's the thing that my dad taught me, you know, when he was talking about his experience in corporate America. He said, look, it's nothing that they do different. They just use different language. Their language is different. What they say is different. But when you get past that shit, it's all a system. It's all fundamentals. It's a process. So I think that we speak a different language. Just like we come from a hip hop world. We can never meet a nigga that, I mean, we may have never met this nigga that live in like Brooklyn in our life. But if we go out there and we just link up with him, he could say something to us in New York slang, but we'll still be able to pick it up because we get where he coming from.
I understand slang regardless of where it comes from.
Exactly.
Because I understand that language. You know?
Exactly. So.
But you know what?
What's
go
up?
ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that what it is just that they feel they feel that we don't understand their world, or if we do understand their world, we're given such
they don't understand our world.
Yeah, and we're given such a small margin of error to do our job. Any little mistake is magnified. I'm trying to think of a coach. Actually, the coach that just got David Fizdale in New York. This dude, they gave him a team full of nothing but small forwards. This nigga had 15 small forwards on the team, bro, and he got fired. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with 15 small forwards?
And who knows how well he would have did? It's kind of like the with Kerr and
Mark Jackson.
Now, not taking anything away from Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
I realized how good of coach Steve Kerr was when Luke Walton got to the Lakers, and I realized that Luke Walton had nothing to do with that. But it's like, who knows that if Tisdale could have took this same Knicks to where they're at right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't give him an opportunity.
Yeah, and here's another thing that I noticed what they do, and this especially happens in the NFL a lot. Like what they just did with that guy Cully in Houston, knowing Deshaun Watson wants out, you know what I'm saying? They made this diversity hire and hire, a brother to go coach the Texans, set him up to fail. Who is your quarterback? Deshaun is out. He's not coming back. He don't give a shit.
He'll probably end up with a Derek Carr,
Yeah,
or,
you know what I'm
Russell
saying?
Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Russ wants to go there. But
Russ was going to Raiders.
I hope so. I would hope so.
I don't. I'm taking if it happens, I'm taking off that week of this show. It'll be a picture, but I won't be saying nothing. I don't want no parts of that. Fuck the Raiders.
Damn, man, you swear.
I'm a former Raider fan, but fuck them. Fuck the Raiders.
But no, I said all that to say, they set that man up to fail. They're going to get rid of him in 2 years, in 3 years maybe, because the team is going to stink. The divisions got better. They just got. Carson Wentz went to the Colts.
It's not going to help. That's going to make I think Carson Wentz is overrated.
I think he's overrated, but I think he's good enough for the Colts. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be straight with the Colts. I don't think he'll
do better than, and I hate to say this, he won't do better than Phillip Rivers did last year.
I don't think so either. I think I'm predicting the Colts will go 9-7, but that's good enough in that division. That's good enough to win it. You got to beat Tennessee, and Tennessee got Ryan Tannehill. Shit, Jacksonville's about to get Trevor Lawrence. Like,
the only team that matters is the Rams, bro. The Rams are gonna win the Super Bowl next year.
We're talking about diversity here, bro. Come on, stay on task, man.
I just had to throw that in there, man. I had to throw the Rams in there.
For instance, Atlanta had and speaking of the Rams, because they have Raheem Morris now, who was the head coach of the Falcons after I forget Dan Quinn got fired. He kind of turned the ship around in Atlanta, because they were kind of falling off a little bit, but he wasn't given the chance to get the full-time coaching job, which I thought was pretty whack. But I'm like, man, if y'all got a different quarterback, gave him a chance, who knows what he could have did. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I honestly think, man, as black people, we have to stop expecting to go into a white power structure thinking we could dictate policy.
Don't expect anything from the Europeans.
Exactly. If we want control and power, let's create our own shit. Like,
And I think that's a great segue to shouts out to the network we're on.
Oh yeah, exactly. See? You know what I'm saying? Status Network. You know why and this is one thing, I can say this wholeheartedly. I don't give a fuck about a CNN, Fox, and all of that type of shit. I like, This Is Us. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. But I would rather, support my brothers in their endeavors. Even if I'm not in a position to control, I still feel empowered that I'm helping a black platform reach a plateau. Like, that makes me feel good. Because I know there's going to be some reciprocity that comes with that. You know, if anything I could do to help this brother gain an audience or bring in an audience or build him up, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a win because I'm helping a black company do something.
Exactly.
And I just feel that, you know, we go into these situations, man, and there's already a plan for them. You know, they know where their vision is and what they want to do. Only reason why and I'm noticing in some cases they hire us is because they need a token.
Yeah. Oh, especially right now.
Exactly.
Like, I think that, you know, this last job I got it. I didn't even really want the job, and they kind of knew it, and they still gave it to me. I think it was because I was black, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
crazy, you know. But just to segue, I mean, go back to what you were saying. I think it's super important, you know, for black people to look out for each other, and we need to be doing this in sports too. Like, for example, today or yesterday, I had a job interview, and it was with a brother who's in charge, and he actually, you know, gave me some tips. Like, hey, man, look, I think you're perfect for this job, but when you go to the next round, talk about this, talk about that. And I really appreciated that because he didn't have to do that, you know. And those are the things that we have to do. And I think that we can build our own, you know. Like, what I like about our show is that we could ultimately create a whole new world of sports commentating, you know.
Yeah, like,
I think that we need to get from under these other people and be able to ourselves and say what we want to do, and I know it's wishful thinking to say, man, we need to start our own leagues, because that's not gonna happen. I don't
know. I think we've had examples of how to do it with Ice Cube. Like, Cube's Big Three is dope. I think what you don't do is you don't try to compete with these other leagues.
That's how every football league has failed.
Yeah, exactly, because they're trying to compete with the NFL. The NFL is it's an entity. You're not beating it.
Like, I think this new XFL with The Rock.
Yeah.
And I think it'll succeed as long as they stay.
The XFL.
Like, the problem with the USFL. The USFL would have survived if Donald Trump hadn't ended up moving them to go up against the NFL. If they would have continued to be a spring league, they'd probably still be here today.
Exactly, and that's all you have to do. I just think.
Alternative. We don't have to be like that. We don't have to do what other people do. We can create our own movements.
Exactly.
We can do it our own ways. We can create our own processes, and we can do amazing things.
Exactly.
And we can support each other. And if we have a united front, which goes back to what I was saying earlier about these players being pussy. If we had a united front, then we could probably make changes. You know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And to wrap this up, man. I would say we can do our own leagues. I think if rappers and athletes put their money in a pot, they can work it out logistically, like how they did with the N1 Streetball League. You remember that?
I used to go watch that at Venice Beach.
Exactly. Just think if that was organized and structured, and you took the best street hoopers from the major cities. Logistically, you got some venues that could hold people. You invite vendors, you know, local businesses or whatever to the man. You could do it, bro. You
I have a quick question for you. I know we're running out of time, but I have a question.
Okay, real quick.
Think LeVar Ball could have did better with the JBL
What LeVar Ball could have did better for the JBL is just shut the fuck up and execute. That's what he could have did, because he didn't have. LeVar Ball has no bad ideas. He doesn't legit like LeVar.
Never lost.
LeVar Ball is like Master P to me. He's an innovator. You know what I'm saying? He thinks outside the box. It's just it's hard for people to invest in his brand because he just doesn't shut the fuck up. But I'm not mad at him for not shutting the fuck up. I get it. It's a part of his brand and it's a part of that. But it's like, bro, you just gotta execute first, and then you talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk your shit, and then you don't overpromise and you underdeliver, because then that's a bad look. You know what I'm saying? So I think he had a great opportunity there. I still believe in him. You know, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. For that man to have 3 sons that made it into the NBA, and he's crafted out of, well, 2. I mean, LiAngelo was in it for a little. We'll get to that part later. Matter of fact, last segment. Okay, so. But I just think he's an innovator, and he just executed all wrong. But we gonna move on, man. Rounding up the show, we want to get into our game blower of the week. Do you have anybody that you want to nominate for game blower of the week?
The Lakers as a team.
Why?
The Lakers as a team. I know that we're battling. Number one, we had AD's out. LeBron was out yesterday. Schroeder was out for like 5 games, and we've been losing a lot. But we got to do better.
Man,
I'm not worried.
The Lakers will be fine, bro. Like there's nobody even close to fucking with the Lakers. I'm not even breaking a sweat about the damn Lakers. For one,
I don't have a game blower of the week. That's what I was saying.
Okay, well, I do have a game blower of the week, and you know who my game blower of the week is? LeBron James for his fucking Space Jam movie. Like
what?
I just seen the steals from Space Jam. Man, LeBron, you could have kept that shit, bro.
Look, man, Vincent.
No.
We gotta pause real quick.
No.
Man. No, we can't really pause because we're live, but look. You gotta stop with this LeBron hate.
No, nigga.
LA Bron is a Laker. There's no more. We were just talking about this earlier in the group chat. It's like, look, 5 years ago, we didn't like LeBron. He's a Laker now. You can't say anything negative about LeBron in public.
Man. Hey, man, let me tell you why I'm mad at that nigga, man. Let me tell you why. I think I felt he shitted on the city the first day he got here, man. Let me tell you. So when he was supposed to do this big pizza giveaway at
Blaze Pizza.
Yeah, man, and like I was legit excited about going up there to I was like, okay, yeah. Fuck it, man. Let's just welcome LeBron to LA, man. I think it was over there off of in Culver City. I was about my job, I was in Santa Monica, so it was just to hop on the 405. So I was about to go down there and say, all right, man, I'm gonna embrace this nigga, man. This nigga ain't even show up, man. Ever since then, I've been salty about that, man. Like, this nigga LeBron, man, he shitted on us. He ain't even touched the people or nothing like that, man. You can't come to my city and do some shit like that.
brought us a championship.
I don't give a fuck, man. I wanted my pizza. Fuck that shit. Huh?
L.A. Bron.
Okay.
L.A. Bron, I'm waiting for where's the statue at. And next week, we'll talk about if LeBron is better than Kobe.
Get the... Man, my arm just went numb hearing some bullshit like that.
And with that, I'm out.
I was like, I never want fuck all that. All right,
we gotta have the conversation though. I don't necessarily agree with it, but we gotta have the conversation.
We'll have that conversation. All right, so who's your MVP of the week? Who's somebody that just did something that just got you like, man, hell yeah.
LaMelo Ball.
Oh yeah.
LaMelo Ball. I've been watching his highlights. Like I've been following the Ball brothers. LeVar did a good job and I was watching that. I watched their reality show for a long time, and I kind of stopped watching when Lonzo got traded.
Yeah.
But LaMelo Ball is the real deal, and I'd love to talk about next week also the route he went to get to the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking into that, especially as Black people, maybe we should start looking into alternative ways to make it to the NBA.
Yeah.
But LaMelo Ball by far. Like I said, I think this guy's he's probably gonna be the best player in the league. I
totally agree, man.
And Lonzo stepped it up too. I think watching his little brother.
Yeah, he got to.
Lonzo is actually killing now. Lonzo's shooting 45% from three now.
Man, I started seeing some threes going to basket. I was like, shit.
Oh shit. The shot don't look as ugly.
It don't. Yeah, Lonzo looking pretty legit, man. I would say for my MVP of the week, man, I'm gonna have to give it to my man Kyrie Irving. And I say that because he stepped out and said Black Kings built the NBA and Kobe should be the logo. Like, I fuck with Kyrie.
I wanted to throw my let's talk about that next week.
No. We got 4 minutes. We could talk. Well, actually, no. Real quick, I want to this just came in. The team LeBron and team Kevin Durant is out now. So we got on team LeBron, Giannis, Steph, Luka, Jokic, Dame, Ben Simmons, Chris Paul, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Sabonis from the Indiana Pacers, and Rudy Gobert. For Durant, of course, he went and picked Kyrie, Joel Embiid, Kawhi, Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, James Harden, Devin Booker, Zion, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Vucevic from Orlando Magic, and Donovan Mitchell got picked last. God damn, man. Y'all picked Donovan Mitchell last?
They don't be giving that boy any love, man.
That's Dwayne Wade 2.0, man. Like, Donovan Mitchell is that's why, man, he gonna be a monster. I don't think it'll happen with Utah. I think if he goes to a bigger market, like
the best team in the NBA right now, low key.
Man, they not
right now.
Yeah,
Let's
they not about to beat us. But who you got in the All-Star game? Given the teams, no, I think I'm going with Kyrie.
I'm again. You know, LeBron is a Laker, so you know, going for Team LeBron's like going for the West. So that's what I'm doing. I think they're gonna win, regardless of who plays on which team.
All right, we got a few minutes. What's your what do you want to talk about? Your guy, your highlight.
So just to segue, you know, we've talked a lot about the big baller brand, the Ball brothers, you know, and I want to do a weekly segment. This might only be this time. We might never do this again. Maybe a bi-weekly, just depending on how, you know, active the news is.
Yeah.
So I want to do a segment. I'm going to create a video, so it'll pop up every week, and LeBron James, LiAngelo Ball's journey towards the NBA. So we're going to update you guys every week on whether LiAngelo's got to the NBA yet. And we're going to go through his journey. We're going to talk about his ups and his downs. You know, of course, it started in China. And I honestly, all jokes aside, I feel like he's good enough to be in the NBA, and I feel it's a little bit of racism, and I do feel like the China thing fucked him up.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, LiAngelo, you know, as you guys know, was signed to the Detroit Pistons in the offseason and was dropped a few days later. He has had some interest from a team out in London who also wanted to sign him before, but he declined to join the G League or the Summer League and didn't get an invite. So I don't know if he really wants to go overseas. But the one thing I think that LiAngelo might need to just stop playing basketball and start rapping. You know, so if you don't know, go check out this song. His rap name is G Honcho because he's a G from the hood. You know, it's kind of his clothes are dope, man. You know, shouts out to the moving gang. You know, LiAngelo's logo is a G and a 3, so it's kind of like Gangsta's moving. You know, but,
moving.
So, you know, he's somebody that, you know, the whole world can get behind. Yeah.
But
and a lot of you guys aren't going to get that reference unless you're from LA.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody else does.
I mean, yeah, you can't.
But anyway,
you can't be talking about moving with all that red on. But we gonna.
G Honcho, TikTok featuring Lonzo Ball, or Lonzo Ball featuring G Honcho. TikTok, that boy got a career in rap if it doesn't work out in basketball. And I think that we'll see. I think we'll see a team pick up LiAngelo. You know, the contender that needs, you know, the help off. Because I mean, the guy lights up like Klay Thompson for threes. Yeah. For
sure. Well, man, this has been a wonderful show, man. Our first show. It was dope. I hope y'all all enjoyed it. I want to give a shout out to Boozy Bear Treats on IG. Make sure y'all, hold on, let me get the IG correct. Hold on. Boozy Bears. Alcohol infused gummy bears. Yep. Boozy Bear Treats on Instagram. Check out Boozy Bear Treats on Instagram. Get you some alcohol infused gummy bears. My wife, she loves them. You know what I'm saying? My sister loves them. And you will love them too. Just get you some and order some. All right. So we good? You good, Dax?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. Dax and Google. That's NGUVU.
God damn. LA USD education, Letty.
Man, I ain't smoked yet, man. I usually would have took a dab here, but I didn't want to be too fucked up for this, so I haven't smoked yet.
That's Flagrant Foul, ladies and gentlemen. We just just raw and uncut. We real. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.